Often we have hurdles, we have bills to pay, and we have life to check, and we might not have the necessary skill at the time to make it through the first 2 years of business. So my advice would be, apart from the Just Do It Brigade, which I believe you should, don't worry about learning how to write the business plan. Do a kind of organogram in your head or on your bedroom wall. Create a picture for yourself. Create a 5-year picture and a plan that has absolute intonations for you. So a picture, a plan on a wall in your house, put it down, and physically every day just take one more step to tick something off on that wall. Essentially what we tried to do was create a range of products for Africans, for African hair, using African oils naturally. And what we found was there was just an absolute dearth in the marketplace of really, really good quality, natural, sulphate-free, paraben-free, petroleum-free products that were designed for African women. And yet we make up the bulk of the hair care market in South Africa. I had very little when I started. I basically imported a few American brands like Mixed Chicks and As I Am Naturally. I had experienced them through 1 or 2 contacts here in South Africa. I was blown away by the quality. For about a year, I built an online community fairly cheaply from the studio in my back garden. Learning the market essentially. As a publisher and an editor, what I really needed to get was the kind of insight into my shoppers' consumer behavior before I really went all out. So I spent the first year and a half kind of getting to know my audience and who she was, and I did that on very little budget. I did that on literally a shoestring budget of about 75,000 Rand. There are papers that have been written by trichologists on the power of grapeseed oil. So we've actually leaned heavily on that. We've taken things like castor and sunflower oil, and we've dabbled with them, but mainly we've gone a bit off the charts. So Kalahari melon seed oil has been used for hundreds of years by the Khoisan people to protect their skin and their hair from sun damage and from drying out. So we went back to Kalahari melon seed oil, which is locally sourced, incredibly expensive, but incredibly effective. Mongongo and Mafura butters, they are not widely used, but we use them, because we understand that just a base of coconut oil and aqua isn't going to cut it. So it wasn't necessarily the cheapest journey or the easiest journey. It's really tough with cash flows, and we have great plans for expansion. We just are at the point now where the demand is actually exceeding the product we have, which is quite comforting, which means we have room for expansion.